Come with me. So this is our māla Wauke. This is my oldest patch on this side. We have 3 different varieties right now. This right here is called Poa'aha with his big round leaf. This variety, the keiki came from the back of the Kalihi Valley at Ho'olu'aina. Then I also have this variety. This is manalima. Here, let's get a nice pretty green leaf. This is manalima. So manalima with fingers. This variety comes from Makaha. So the Poa'aha is very, very happy in the winter when it's the rainy season. It handles in summertime, but the manalima does really, really well in the summertime. All of our plants here in Hawaii are female. So if you look in here, you can see that these are some babies down here. And the way that the Wauke propagates is through underground runners. We don't have any fruits or any seeds. It's all through root activity. The Kauai one, oopsies. This one is, here we go. This is a variety from Kauai, which looks so different, but it's a really beautiful bast fiber, really, really thick fiber. The way that we malama here, I like to take off these kind of lower leaves. I don't want to take off too much because I want to make sure the plant can still take in a lot of sun. So I take off the lower kind of dying leaves. All of this will go in the compost pile. And then we also are always looking for anybody that is growing maybe a little branch. Let's see if we can find one. I don't see any.
I just picked them the other day.
You did?
Yeah.
Ah. Oh, there's a little one over there. We look for these little guys. So each one of these little pu'u has this potential. So we're just gonna flick that off because we don't want to have branches if we can help it. That keeps our piece of kapa solid. I don't have to work with holes. It also, if we let the branches go, then that also makes the bast fiber thinner. So I'm gonna take this one right now. So you can come in here and so I'm gonna take this guy. And the reason I'm picking him is he looks like he's kind of suffering anyway. And we've got a split right here. So I'm gonna right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this guy out and he'll be a good example for us to use. So this fiber, this is what we're taking off. We don't need the core. We need this inner bark, the bast fiber, which we call ha'ana'ana. So we're gonna take this over and start peeling him. I'm going to cut it. Can you get close up on that? And then I'll go ahead and I'll save these little pieces for later. Okay. So here is my Wauke. I refer to this as the ku'au, the stalk. And I always go from the bottom up. And I'm using an opihi shell just for an example. This is what I do with all of my students. So I'm just taking that opihi shell And I'm taking off the top layer of brown bark and that green. And I just want to clean this whole tree. And then if you're lucky, you get a big piece, but oh, we didn't get one. So this is what I do with my students, but as a professional couple maker, I use a knife.
That's good.
So you can see, you can get these nice long strips going. Let's see if we can get this guy. Come up close. So this is ihi, ika ilio waffle, ihi. I'm scraping the outer bark, the ilio waffle. We don't want to go too deep. We don't want to cut into this white part because this is the skin that we want. So now I'm going to lay this on the ground, and I'm using my Niho Oki, which is a shark tooth knife. This one just happens to be a double. And starting from one end and going to the other. Yeah, I don't have to push in too deep. Just through that first layer of skin. There we go. And now I'm gonna stick my fingers in there. And then we're going to take this off in one piece. Love that sound. Peeling the Wauke, peeling the ha'ana off of the ku'au. So one solid piece is my goal. The ha'ana is always thinner at the top of the tree where it's younger, thicker at the bottom. So up here you have to be a little bit more careful. Here's this beautiful piece of bath fiber. It smells so good. And now I will take this over to my pounding spot and we will turn this ha'ana into mo'omo'o. Okay. This is my māla pohaku. So I'm gonna use her today. Okay. So we're gonna take this through a series of pounding. This is to spread these fibers open. It makes it more flexible. And then I'll be putting this in water to ferment. So you can see how I'm going to be opening up these fibers. Open up like that.
Action.
So good. A nice oli that helps you get through it. I love to sit out here while I pound. Lohi, what you doing? Now I'm going to huli ikealo. So I'm going to flip it over and do it again. Okay. He's still nice and thick, this guy. Wow. So now I'm gonna do the fold. Do it this way. How wide he is now. He's about a little bit wider than my hohoa. We're going to take that out about double now. Huli kealo. Okay, let's see. So let's see, it's about, yep, we about doubled it from that fold. And now we're this. But he's still pretty thick, so I'm gonna go back to the thick spots. Ooh, it's so beautiful. And if we hold it up to the light, we can see, kind of, can we see? You can see those thick areas. So I'm gonna pound a little bit more. Okay. Mo'o mo'o. Smells so good. So I'm gonna hang this up to dry before I put it into a bucket of water. Okay, when this dries, I'll put it in water, but I'm gonna go ahead and take this one. It's already dry. And I'm just gonna tie him up with a piece of tea leaf, a dried tea leaf. So this is going in the bucket. And I will check this periodically because he's gonna continue to float up, and I'll just shove him down. You could also put a rock on top of him, but we definitely want to put a lid so that the flies don't come in here and start laying eggs, because he's gonna get stinky.